Hey guys, what's up? So, back with me today, I have a very interesting brand on hand with me. It's part of the Holy Trinity. We have the Vacheron overseas today. So, we have both the overseas three-hander variant lineup and with the dual time as well. So, both of these, they come in the silver dial. So the reason why I've started to make this comparison is because Vacheron has been receiving a lot of attention lately. I don't know what's happening, but I've always been a fan of VC ever since they re-engineered their model. I think it was in 2018 when they started their new lineup, and I think that it was the future because it came with three three types of bands. So it comes with the steel, it comes with the rubber, and it comes with the leather. I think VC has nailed it in terms of its appearance and also its completeness. When you are purchasing a watch, it gives you that feel where exclusivity and royalty is there. I personally like of the feature in both the overseas, in all the three overseas, so in the 300 dual time and then in the chrono, all of them they have the easy glide lock, not glide lock, the easy clasp on, so from the bracelet to the head, which I'll show you in the video shortly. But yeah, so today I'll be discussing the differences between the two, which is the overseas three-hander and the dual time. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to take the overseas three-hander. So right off the bat, it's simplicity at its finest, really. The monochrome between the dial and the color tone of the bracelet gives it a very uniform feel, and also I think VC has nailed it. In terms of its brothers in black and blue dial, they both really look well as well. I'm not really fussed about the color of the dial. The features are practically the same. The bracelet is very easy to use. I like the butterfly clasp, just like the Patek as well. Okay, so now the dual time. The dual time comes in a different variant in terms of its dial configuration. It has the AM PM function. And besides that, in terms of the bracelet and the head, the case size feels very similar, and also there's just the additional key function for the GMT and the dual time function. So it's a very similar watch. The reason why I took these two for comparison is because they're both my favorite. I prefer these two models over the chrono. So let's compare them side by side. So side by side, depends if you're more of a traveling person, you would obviously go for the dual time. But if you're not really fussed about the AM, PM, and the GMT function, I think the three-hander is very simple and very elegant. I do prefer the three-hander over the dual time. I think it's more of a simple and elegant watch, and I don't necessarily think the GMT function is essential. Okay, so let's get a feel on the watch when it's on the wrist. So firstly, the dual time. The dual time is very similar to the three-hander. It obviously has a similar look, similar case size, but what I really don't like about this watch is the extra pusher that, I don't know, it's just sometimes it takes away the elegance and the sophistication of watchmaking because it looks uneven. I know from the previous models they do have an additional pusher for the dual time. It's not like I think they could have done better in that aspect, but in terms of its case and overall fit, obviously it's good. It's a Vacheron. Okay, so now let's take a look at the overseas 300. I believe these watches are very undervalued in terms of its wrist presence, and then the value for money. It's definitely there, especially in comparison between the silver dial and the blue dial. It's such a significant difference. I would obviously go for the silver dial. It just doesn't make sense to buy a blue dial with nearly twice the value of a silver dial. Um, I think the feel and everything about this watch is definitely worth your money. So that's my review. Give me a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.